There are moments in life that feel like dreams. Not because they're beautiful but because they don't seem real. Moments that feel too perfect, too warm, too carefully arranged. Until one day you blink. And everything you believed begins to slip. I didn't plan to fall in love again. In fact, I had stopped believing in that kind of thing. After everything I'd been through, heartbreak, loss, betrayal, I had made peace with silence. Then I met him. I remember the exact day. Rain hitting the window like it was trying to get in. I was sitting at a cafe, drowning in my own thoughts. And there he was. Kind eyes, steady voice, a calm I didn't know I needed. Darius. He didn't just listen. He heard me. And in a world full of noise that felt like magic. We weren't fast. We weren't loud. We were gentle, quiet, solid. I didn't fall all at once. I let myself be carried slowly, safely into his world. And in that world I found something else. Oh, he wanted a family. Said he saw one in me. And when he talked about the future, he didn't say if. He said when. So when the time came and he said we were expecting, I believed him. We had talked about it, prepared for it at least emotionally. I hadn't been to every appointment. He said he'd take care of it all. Said he wanted to surprise me with the perfect news. I thought it was sweet. I thought love looked like that. Trusting someone enough to let go of control. And when Elijah came, he fit into my arms like he'd always been there. A small, wrinkled face with wide, curious eyes. My son. Our son. The years blurred into laughter and lullabies. Darius worked a lot, odd shifts. Sometimes late nights, sometimes gone for days. But I didn't ask questions. Not because I didn't care, but because I believed in us. And Elijah, he was everything. Smart, playful, gentle. He made the world make sense. Until it didn't. Started small. A phone call that went unanswered. A birthday that Darius missed, no warning, no message. And then, he just didn't come back. No goodbye. No bags packed. No note. First I thought something had happened. An accident. Breakdown. I went to the police. Filed a report. But they looked at me like I was naive. He's probably just gone, they said. People leave. But that didn't sound like Darius. At least not the man I knew. So I waited. For days. For weeks. And in that waiting, something inside me began to change. Questions turned to quiet panic. Memories turned to puzzles. Who was he really? The way he always handled the paperwork. The way he always deflected questions about his past. Even the hospital. He insisted on one outside the city. Said it was better, more private. I went looking for answers. Emails. Records. Anything. And then I found it. An old email from a hospital. Didn't have my name on it. It mentioned a child. And a test. That's when the air shifted. I ordered my own DNA test. Just me and Elijah. I told myself it was nothing. A way to silence the storm. But when the results came, I couldn't breathe. We weren't related. Not at all. I remember the way my hands shook. How the paper felt heavier than it should have. How I kept reading the lines over and over. Waiting for the words to change. But they didn't. He wasn't my child. The boy I had tucked in every night. The boy I taught how to read. The boy who called me Mom. Wasn't mine. Not by blood. Not by birth. And then the real question came. Where did he come from? I dug deeper. Back into Darius's past. Only to realize he didn't have one. No real ID. No history I could trace. Just stories. And lies. Eventually I found it. A missing child case. From 10 years ago. Same birth date. Same hospital. Elijah had been taken. From his real parents. From a life that was stolen before it even began. And me. I was the cover. Decoy. A perfect lie. He had chosen me because I was broken. Because I wouldn't ask too many questions. Because I just wanted to be loved. And Elijah. He never knew. He still doesn't. They took him back. To his biological family. I sat in court. While strangers argued over the child who still said, I love you before bed. Over the child who thought I was his whole world. They told me I had no legal rights. That my love wasn't enough. But how do you tell your heart that? How do you erase 10 years of kisses and scraped knees and whispered stories in the dark? Don't. You just learn how to live with the echo. And every now and then, I hear a small voice in my dreams asking, "Are you still my mom?" And I wish I could say yes. Some truths don't just change your life. They redefine it. What would you have done if you were Nicole? Would you walk away? Or fight for the love that never truly belonged to you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if stories like this make your heart beat faster, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because here on MythTV, the truth always finds a way out, one story at a time.